Look who decided to bring their asses in to work today. How
You're
about
welcome.
that? Wow, you're
I'm here.
welcome.
You're
I
welcome.
mean, this is a guy who's got to be um as confident in his talent and his role in this show to say, "Hey, man, day two of this bad boy." And listen, everybody who was listening last night, we appreciate you. Like and subscribe, please. Foolish Club Media. We're here Sunday through Thursday. I promise I will not continue to say that on this show. But I understand you went to the Houston Rodeo,
Yes, I
and
did.
again, pour one out to those people who, sort of maybe you're not aware, but went out there and paid those tickets to go see Journey. And 3 minutes into that bad boy, there was some sort of a fire, and
I was at that show, man.
and they were. So you were
So
there. So you were
they
there.
I
No,
was
stopped.
no.
there.
They
So
stopped leaving 3 minutes into the show.
Okay,
not
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 three
just
minutes.
three
So
minutes in.
three songs into the show,
And what
they
song
stopped
were they singing?
and
What song
they
were
were
they singing?
singing. They were singing "Don't Stop Believing,"
They
their
got to it.
biggest hit, and right before the first chorus, like right before the first chorus, lights out, dude. If you see the video I have, so
Oh,
I
those
sent the
white people
video.
must have been beside themselves.
Oh no, it was a kind of a beautiful moment, man. I'm not gonna lie. So people actually, I mean, obviously it's the world's greatest karaoke song, right? So everyone knew all the lyrics, and so everyone just kind of kept singing up until like maybe the third chorus, or no, the second chorus, and then eventually everybody was like, okay, now what the fuck's really going on? And mind you, the entire time you can see the drummer going at it, like still playing, like he's a professional. I'm not gonna stop. I don't care what's going on. They tell me when they tell me to stop, I stop. You know what I mean? And it wasn't too bad. But the funny thing is, like, if you see my video, so I posted the video on the radio station I work for, the Bull, and or sent it to one of the DJs, and he posted it. And I had to pause it halfway through because I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. I thought it was hilarious. I was dying because I'm just that kind of
Why
piece
are
of
you
shit.
laughing at people? Just because your
Because it's
tickets are free.
funny. Yeah, because my tickets are free, and I thought it was hilarious because I was like, this is their biggest song. Like I was so stoked when they started playing it because I was like, all right, fine, I can leave. You know what I mean? I heard the thing that I needed to hear, so I can go home. Like I'm good. I'm not gonna wait for anything else. But when that moment hit, I was laughing so hard, so I had to stop the video, and then I started taking the video again when everybody was singing because I thought it was a cool moment. But you hear me do my air guitar on the video, and it gets like 300, 400,000 views or something like that. And like half of the comments are like, dude, that guy's air guitar in the background is sick. I'm just like, yeah, that's me. You know,
Of course it was.
just doing
Yeah,
my
I'm sure
thing,
it was.
doing my little thug dizzle.
You look like an air guitar guy.
I'm definitely an air guitar guy. You should see me do karaoke.
There's
It's
And
nothing
wild.
wrong with an air guitar.
There's
I've
I'm
never
nothing
not,
wrong
no.
with it.
I'm not a karaoke guy, but I
I'm
am an air instrument guy at a
Are
show.
you? I would not have dubbed you as an air guitar guy. You feel like hold a beer up to the whoever's singing.
I get down. All right. I get down.
What does that mean? What does I get down mean? I need an ex because when you say I get down,
I
I'm
rage.
honest.
All right. I rage at a good show. I'm going to see Jack White in a couple of weeks.
I,
oh,
I
nice.
yes,
What?
you said that yesterday when you were out seeing. Who'd you go see? Charlie Crockett.
Yeah, I
Is
went to
that
go
who
see
that?
Charlie Crockett.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Again,
It was
we
sick.
had conversations yesterday with the people of is Charlie Crockett a good enough act to skip the second day of a new show, like a new show that we're trying, like because if you had it, and I know the list of the rodeo as we shared last night, had you
yeah.
gone tonight, which is Post Malone, that was a bit more under Post Malone. Okay,
You
all
know
right.
what? Hey, look, man. I actually had tickets to Post Malone, and I forego. I just decided not to go because I was like, day three. Let me show up for day three.
Scout's
You know what I
not.
mean? Let
I
me do my
think
thing.
you're.
I had tickets.
I
Also, I mentioned last night that I thought I knew a Charlie Crockett song, but I wasn't sure, and I looked it up, and I did, and I like Charlie
Okay,
Crockett, so I
he's
don't blame
good.
him.
He's sick.
Yeah, yeah, I don't blame him. That would have been a fun show.
It was a
I
great
mean,
show, man.
but you picked that over Post.
I saw a post earlier this year, like the post country show and everything like that. I've seen it. I saw it in the Woodlands, so I was just like, let me just. I'll be all right with missing this one. Yeah.
By the way, the NCAA tournament is out. North Carolina is beating the brakes off of San Diego State. So the people in West Virginia are going to continue to be pissed because their team's not in, including the governor. Have you heard? Do we have that video, Serda, of the governor? Let me see that, because this is the governor of West Virginia.
Quad 1 wins.
Pissed.
And that was combined with an undefeated record against Quad 3 and Quad 4 opponents. 3 wins against top 10 teams and the 24th toughest schedule in America. West Virginia deserved to be in the NCAA tournament. This was a miscarriage of justice and robbery at the highest levels. Now, who was the last team to get into the tournament?
Oh, who was it?
Ahead of the Mountaineers. That would be the University of North Carolina. Now, let's see how their resume stacks up.
They're winning
The Tar Heels
75-42
went 1-12 in Quad 1 games and even had a Quad 3 loss. And we keep hearing about the importance of these Quad 1 wins, but UNC couldn't even get.
I don't know who shared that clip.
Listen, that's we've heard enough. First off, Patrick, you got to have something else to do. And
Patrick Morrissey, I believe is his name.
Yes, Pat, there's got to be something else you have to be doing with your time. That was a waste of everybody's time. I'm not even sure if this statement means it, but definitely what he is saying he wants to do, like he is saying he wants to take legal action towards the NCAA because he believes that they have been cheated and because they have picked North Carolina. Listen, and I am one that believes West Virginia got screwed. I think their resume is better than North Carolina's. But the governor needs to go govern something. All right. Now, not waste taxpayer dollars or going off about, I believe the West Virginia Mountaineers should have been the last team in. The best part is Ed. I'm just going to assume his name's Ed. Ed, the guy standing next to him, sitting there thinking, what the hell are we doing?
The White House is a car dealership right now, and you got a problem. You got a problem with the governor lobbying for his team to be in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, I do. I do have a problem that he's wasting everybody's time. Pull it up, play it again. Look at the guy next to him, Serda. Look at the guy who is forced to stand up next, the lieutenant governor, I'm guessing, who Pat picked his tie. Look at him. He's forced to have to stand up there with that big ass round button that he's got. He doesn't want to be up there. All he wanted to do was get up and eat his cream and wheat and get up and have his little 2 pieces of bacon, because it's the only time his wife lets him eat non-turkey bacon, and he just wanted to just enjoy life. But no, fat. But
national corrupt. I can't.
Yeah, did you see that? I just saw that too. It says national corrupt.
Yes, he changed NCAA.
So there was some poor staff member that he was just like, you know what, we're gonna have the National Corrupt College Association. Like we're gonna really show them. I want you to put that on a piece of poster board, and we're gonna put that on there. And I need something good. I need something good to say. You know what I mean? Like
there is nobody
who have a whole
said,
conference about this.
There was nobody who said, "Look, Pat, come on, man. Like, let's rethink this." Or Pat was like, "No, we're going through this. We're going through this." And Pat he's probably going to win re-election. He's probably going to because there are probably many people in there pissed. Yes, get our Mountaineers in. The hell with these eggs. Get our Mountaineers in. Damn it, we should be in the tournament. Oh my God! You know the nickname they have for you. Like,
what's the nickname?
He's got to. He's got to be. Like, he's got to be Fat Pat, right? Like,
Pat, what you know about that?
Like,
I like that.
Like he's got not now. Pat doesn't go by it, but they call behind his back. Here goes Fat Pat again.
Old Fat Pat doing his thing again.
Oh, Fat Pat doing his thing again.
Old Fat Pat, we're getting his blood pressure up for no reason again.
Now that I just checked, I'm certain North Carolina's up 40. I think West Virginia and Fat Pat can go ahead and go ahead and bow out now, right? I think we could be done with the maybe they didn't deserve it. They didn't.
Look, man, I completely forgot, and no offense to any watchers or listeners that we have. If you are from West Virginia, please like and subscribe. But I completely forgot that y'all were a state. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop it. What do you think? What are they? Puerto Rico? What are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. I was like, there's a West one. Like, that's where we're at right now. Like, I know Virginia, Virginia, Pharrell, Clips, Missy Elliott, Timberland, Virginia Beach, but West Virginia, I don't know. I don't recognize that.
But hold on. We have I have not even called for the heat check yet. You cannot. You can't. That is not.
I talk spicy. It's what I do, man. That's why I drink a lot of water.
This nut said there's a West one. I forgot there was a West one.
I legitimately had to Google that. I was like, "There's a West Virginia." Oh shit.
Yeah.
They got a college. Okay. Good for them. They're doing good.
Yeah. No. It's over now. Fat Pat could be done with this. Does that mean for me call that man Fat Pat? There is just no way that they don't call him that behind his back. There's no way. There's no way they don't. That's just like, I could look at him. That was too easy to pull. I pull Fat Pat in 5 minutes, and absolutely ease for sure. We've lost the whole West Virginia argument. Before we get to the heat check, you know what else we lost? I think official. I think this is the official. I think we've officially lost Kanye West. And
we lost Kanye West, or he lost his mind. He's
all of it. We lost Kanye. We lost Kanye years ago. What are we talking about here?
All right, let me, because okay,
it wasn't him openly supporting Nazism like that. That wasn't enough. That's a fun discussion to have, because I think we've officially lost Kanye to it all. Kanye has decided to go after Sean Carter and Beyonce. He's decided to go after them tonight. He tweeted this out from his stupid account. Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're the R word. All right. I think you know what does everybody understand what I'm saying when I say the R word?
Reactionary.
It rhymes with Lamarded. If that makes
Lebetard, I think is a good.
Tard is in it, and it starts with an R. So
Lamarded.
But wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're the R word. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having another R word children is a choice. This is Kanye West, who's attacked billionaire Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z, and Beyonce. And I think we have officially lost him. And what did you say, Steve? You said, haven't we already lost him? Is that what you said? Have we already lost Kanye due to the
It's been years. He's been a scumbag for years, and I used to be a Kanye supporter. I used to love Kanye's music and support him as an artist. And I can't listen to his music at all anymore, and I won't listen to it anymore because I think he's a scumbag.
I think, and maybe you'll disagree with me. People out there listening, maybe you'll disagree with me, Osita. I think we really lost him, because I think this one, I think black folks is done with him. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Black folks, they'll ride through. They will ride through. There are still black folks riding through with R. Kelly. There are still black folks who believe that NBC is the reason that Bill Cosby got all that trouble, because he was going to try to buy up that network. Black folks will ride. Now that he's attacked Beyonce's kids and Jay-Z's kids and called them the R word and did that, it's over. It's like black folks is done. I don't think there's any recovering for Kanye West with this stupidity. This dude, I know it's wrong and everything you're right. I'm telling you is right, Serda. The whole anti-Semitic nonsense, all that stuff he was saying, all the other craziness he was saying. He built up a whole lot from that George Bush don't like black people line. That held up for a lot of people. Right here, he didn't lost black folks. And I think that was the only thing he still had. R. Kelly could still recover from black folks right now.
Facts. If he puts out another 2-step album and stuff, like I think the unks and the aunties will still be out there dancing to it. You know what I mean?
Now he won't get this Negro, but he will. Black America. Kanye just lost the one group will hold him down. He they going with this. Come on, man. What a bitch.
Here's my problem. Kanye only seems to need black people when he doesn't have money. When his money runs out, that's when Kanye's like, oh man, all these people are trying to keep me down. All these things are wrong. I got this glass ceiling that I'm trying to shatter. I'm trying to shatter it for us. I'm trying to do all these things for us as a culture. I'm the greatest, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets paid. And then he's just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. It happens every time. It's happened. That's why I say it's boring at this point, because we've seen it before. The first time it was like shock and awe, like, damn, what is he doing? Maybe there's a method to his madness. Maybe there's a reason behind this. Maybe he's trying to plug something in his own messed up way. Now it's just like, oh, you're just an asshole. Okay, cool. He's literally biting the hand that fed him. Like, the only reason that anybody really knows who he is because of Jay-Z. Like, at the end of the day, Jay-Z's the only one that gave him a chance. Jay-Z's the one person that gave him a chance, and he went, and now he's shitting on that.
And Beyonce's
the rich old bridge burners, that man.
And Beyonce's the one that he was trying to, defend over Taylor, or another one of his weird outbursts. And now he gonna come out there and call their kids the R word. Dude is just.
But that's like, I mean, this is the road we've been going down with him for a long time. It's just and also it's like we see this lots of times with lots of other like famous people or people with money, where it's like you reach a level of fame and a level of fortune where you think you're above reproach and you're above being questioned. And
but Steve, this is different. This is different, sir.
I agree. I think he has mental problems personally.
He's off somewhere else.
But also it's everyone since he came on the scene has told him, oh, like, you're a visionary. You're one of the greatest that's ever lived. Like, you revolutionized this whole era of music and whatever. And so that starts to get to you. And some people who are normal, rational thinking people can be humbled by that and can still have perspective on it. Kanye is not one of those people. Kanye believes that. He believes everything that anybody has ever fed him. And so when he is against other people like Jay-Z, like Beyonce, like when he's going up against other people that are in the same realm as him, and they're challenging him and saying like, no, you're wrong. Like you're just simply wrong about this. Then he doubles down, and then he sides with the people that have just ludicrous opinions about things. And he does that because those people just agree with him. So instead of having challenging conversations about anything, all he does is seek out the people that just agree with him because it's the easy thing for him to digest. It doesn't have anything to do with any of that. He's not interested in anyone else's opinion. He just wants to surround himself with people that agree with him. And that's why he's sided with the people that he's chosen to side with.
I got to be honest. Kanye's a real difficult one for me, because like he is like one of those artists, Osita, that and Serda, that I like. His music was like more that I related to in my life in hip hop at the time, right? Like I
Most
mean,
definitely.
I grew up, early in my childhood. I grew up in a place where, hey, it was me and my mom, and there were some struggles there. Where hell, I lived in a dope house that was formerly a dope house that got shot up multiple times. That was like the first couple, like that was like kindergarten, first, second grade for me. But after that, like I'm a suburb kid. I moved to a suburb, Serda, people may listen. I lived in Raytown, and Raytown was a little bit more suburban than it is right now. And I lived there. Then when I got to eighth grade, I moved to Blue Springs, and Jack, there was 53 black people in my senior class, and there were 2,000, and we had 2,000 students. I'm talking about not even senior class. I'm sorry, there was 53 black kids in the less than 60 black kids in the school, or in my class, excuse me. We had 2,000 kids in our school or whatever. Like I mean, this was a different, type of upbringing than maybe what some of the music would roll to. Now, hell, I still listen to it. I mean, let me tell you, boy. I mean, Thug Motivation 101, that Young Jeezy album. I mean, I ain't never handled dope. I ain't never had crack, nothing, scales, none of that. But I rapped the hell out that thing, right? Like, and I do, yeah. I ain't never held pistols, but I'm rolling. No, I'm riding all of it. But Kanye's talking about college dropout. He's talking about fraternities, sororities,
working a dead end job. He's talking about his mama. Like he's talking about just life outside of that picture that was kind of forced upon us from like gangster rap and trap rap and stuff like that.
It was those people's lives, but that was like this was something that more spoke to me, and like I could relate to, right? Like, and his music and Serda, as you said, man, musically he was a genius. He was all this and that. And now it's very similar to Jason Whitlock for me. Jason Whitlock, who was I'll be honest, I hate to say it right now, but I mean, he was like a hero to me. And Serda knows Jason Whitlock. I mean, in Kansas City, if you were into sports, especially if you were a black kid into sports, Jason Whitlock was the king of Kansas City sports for a while there. Like black or white, he was the dude. He was the number one writer in the Kansas City Star. He was the number one. He had a radio show. He was on ESPN. He was on Sports Reporters. Hell, I even, I had conversations with him. I had a couple of phone conversations with him. I had gone back and forth with him on advice multiple times on Twitter, on social media, as I was coming up in media. And now he's like, is that fair, Serda, that Jason Whitlock has almost Kanye West himself into like in the media sphere?
It's the exact same thing in my mind. Like it's this type of like, because Whitlock was like a pioneer in the sports media industry for a lot of black people. Like he was a guy that like growing up, like he was the biggest sports writer in Kansas City, and he was the guy. And then he found his way to ESPN, and then not only did he like find his way to ESPN, he got put in charge of ESPN's subsection of black sports content.
The undefeated,
and was such an awful person that literally everyone that they hired to work there was like, we're going to quit if we have to work with him, until he got run out. And then he goes to FS1, only lasted FS1 for a couple of years. And now he's just doing all the garbage that he's doing now, which is just him trying to desperately cling to any type of relevance. But it's the same type of narcissistic behavior. It's the same type of like, they're not actually interested in having conversations about anything. They're not actually interested in articulating any type of creative, well thought out point. It's just their perspective. And then with Kanye, and Osita mentioned this, it's like when Kanye has money, he does these kinds of things, and then he leans on the people that he knows he needs to lean on when he needs to go out and make money or something like that. It's the exact same thing with Jason Whitlock. That's what he's always done. It's when things are going good, it's just let it rip and let it fly. And then when the money is down and the chips are down and you have to figure it out, then you go try to appeal to the audience that got you there and do what you can. And then you immediately go back to the same type of behavior. Like it's legitimately like delusional, like narcissistic behavior. It's not healthy.
I feel like Jason has just stayed over there now. I feel like Jason for almost 5-10 years has done the same. But for me, it just both of them are very similar to me. They have just there are people that I held to high regard that it's damn near like hurtful to see where they are now. Like not that like, Kanye causes me to lose sleep or Jason caused me, but it's just like, damn, like it's almost like, dang, did I not see that they was gonna be like this? How did I miss? Because I was huge fans of both of those cats, and it just like I can't listen to Whitlock. I had to unfollow him. I had to do all. I just can't do it. And Kanye, man, like I don't know about you fellas, Earl. Kanye, I don't know how much. I don't even, and he makes great music still. Generally,
it's debatable.
I'm debatable. Every time he makes something new, it's not something I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to. I may be in that space because I've quit like R. Kelly, but I'm probably in that space with Kanye.
So if I play "I Believe I Can Fly" right now, you won't start singing?
No, I look at it. It's not. No, I won't, because when I hear R. Kelly, I automatically think about all those documentaries that I watched of what he did with them. He did to them girls.
I hear that, but I mean, honestly,
but I do enjoy the Cosby Show.
We should have seen all these things coming from Kanye, from Jason Whitlock, from R. Kelly. They kind of show you who they are in little bits and pieces. You know what I mean? What was it Gold Digger? I think it was. No, it wasn't Gold Digger, but there were literally songs about, that Kanye put out that were very telling as to who he was as a person. Because, especially if you're writing your own music and stuff, a lot of your truth, you can try and make stuff up, try and make up like a linear storyline and stuff like that. But a lot of your truth is going to kind of, sneak out there. And I remember listening to a lot of his stuff, and although it was beautiful, I was like, hey, he's kind of a fucked up dude. He's a little crazy. He's a little off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can see that makes some of his greatness. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely makes some of his greatness. But R. Kelly, look, man, that dude, I mean, I love R&B, but he made some deviant ass music, man. Like he had a 12-part series called Trapped in the Closet, where he was the person trapped in the closet. But then we found out later on that what was going on, he was trapping other people in the closet. Crazy, right? That's crazy, right?
I hate him,
isn't it? That's so wild that he kind of told us who he was. He sprinkled it out there for a little bit of truth out there, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, look. You can look up to people if you want to. I look up to people all the time, but I'm just not surprised at the human condition when somebody turns out to be, a crazy piece of shit. You can't let that shit surprise you anymore, man. You can't.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a surprise thing. It just does. It's just like, damn.
Damn sounds like you're surprised.
How can you make just a turn like that? I mean, nothing is shocking that anybody could do anything. it's just like, damn. It's just like, boy, I'm telling you what, but I can't wait to hear the fall off on this. Boy, we saw LeBron roll up on Stephen A for saying some stuff about Bronny. Hell, I'd like to see what kind of roll up Sean Carter has on Kanye. Like, hey man, let me holler at you for a second. Like he might
be pretty. I know that.
I know he might go back to Marcy, and he hadn't let Marcy come back. And the worst thing is, there are several people that would love to pay the visit for him. There are several people who would love to go up there and pay the visit for him. Hell, I mean, Kelly Rowland, she might go and pay the visit for him.
Yeah, do you remember that time that Kanye was having his first, wild mind outbreak or whatever the hell you want to call it, outburst, and he was just like, hey Jay, don't send your shooters after me, Jay. Don't do it, Jay. I know you got shooters, Jay. I know you got shooters.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I think I saw that on his on one of the documentaries he was on. Yeah, man, he's definitely a crazy, not even crazy, man. He's definitely a special soul. But yeah, that was.
And that's to be said, like most artists are, man. If you look at the life of Picasso, which is another thing, he said Life of Pablo. You know what I mean? He made an album called Life of Pablo. The Life of Pablo Picasso was not a good one. You know what I mean? He created great art. He had a lady who financed a lot of his stuff, a lot of his artwork, but that lady broke him mentally so bad that he was just a user and abuser of women for years after that. He had one relationship with that lady and messed him up so bad that he just had all these mistresses and these women, and Pablo Picasso was not a good dude, So for him, for Kanye to be like Life of Pablo, I'm the Pablo Picasso of our generation and stuff like that, he's letting you know who he is. And you should believe him when he says it.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it is some mental health, but he enjoys, he gets off on this. Like he knows where this is gonna head and get to people. All right. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and Serda said the perfect thing. Like, he's a narcissist. It's narcissistic complex. Like, that's what narcissists will do. They will tell you, they will do anything they can to try and get a rise out of you. And back there, they're so mischievous with it. They're just like, yes, I love this. I love this. I love that I'm causing this much commotion. You know what I mean? They're elated over it.
Yeah. They just want
easiest thing. Yeah, they want attention.
They want to be a part of the conversation. They want to be the person that people are talking about.
Yeah, and no matter what he does, he's gonna get that attention just because of the way that social media is, and he's doing it. We're doing the thing. He's doing the thing.
What I would love for to happen to him is, I'd like for Tracy Morgan to Tracy Morgan him. I think that's what it's going to be called now. That you see, my man Tracy Morgan got himself sick at MSG. I don't even like, Serda, if you have it, I mean, let's just warn the people before we show this. There was a stoppage in the Knicks game yesterday because Tracy Morgan, who apparently I saw him today, he was in. Look at this. Yeah. I mean, look, come on, man. What in the? He said food poisoning. Then, hey, that's going. Look at the two girls next to him. The two girls. Damn. Man, take that picture off. That's so nasty, man. This clean up like that. Now we got to stop the game. Come on, man. You knew you were sick, Tracy. What the hell made you up? Like, it was so bad. The last time I saw Tracy.
No. Tracy came out today and said he had food poisoning. He didn't go to the game sick. Maybe ate something on St. Patrick's Day early in the day. That by the time he got to the game, he was feeling sick. Tracy didn't go to the game feeling like garbage. So don't put that on Tracy.
I'm listening. I'm not going to act like I know. I don't think I've had food poisoning, but you would definitely
know if you had food poisoning, man.
And so you're saying that right there, that which has resulted in a hospital stay, that just snuck up on him.
I mean,
Like how?
technically, norovirus is going around, man. That's the thing, and norovirus has the same symptoms as food poisoning. Hey, but my favorite thing in the back is old boy in the back just talking to his homeboy, like, "Hey, look at Tracy Morgan throwing up over there." You can see him like right there in the third row. I love it.
Like, and the thing is, I don't think he had any panic. Like he was just like, man, I'm going right here. Like for me, I'd be flipping out, man. I would have been running.
First time courtside.
That's just to make it worse, though. Imagine trying to run while you're vomiting.
I'm not saying it ain't the right. It's the right thing to do. I'm just saying if I'm on courtside at the Knicks game or any game, and I feel like I gotta throw up, like my thought, it just hell. Let me just open up and get a wide base here. Just throw up right in front of me. The way that Tracy didn't even think about like getting a popcorn bucket or nothing. He just said, "Man, I'm going right here," and they'll clean it up. I'm Tracy Morgan.
That's signs of a man who's lived a life well lived. You know what I mean? He's an old man. He's just like, hey, look.
It's not the first time somebody's thrown up courtside at a Knicks game. I bet Tracy's seen someone else throw up courtside at a Knicks game, and so he was just like, they got it. Like I know.
He was like back in '92, I saw a man who was sitting right next to Spike Lee. I saw him throwing up right next to Spike Lee, right on his shoes, right on his Jordans. It was crazy. Sorry, that was my impersonation of it.
It wasn't bad.
Did you guys see it? Did you see Eddie Murphy impersonating Tracy Morgan next to Tracy Morgan?
And Tracy Morgan was like, I don't see the resemblance. That shit was so
good. I ran into a comedian at the Super Bowl, white guy. Looks more closer to like the West Virginia governor, but he don't really like. But he's got Tracy way better than Eddie. He was fantastic. He is. I can't remember his name. He was a writer on Saturday Night Live. He is, and he's a voice on Family Guy. But boy, he crushed Tracy Morgan. That is. I'm sorry. I just disagree with you, Serda. I don't believe that just snuck up on him. I know he wasn't feeling like 100%.
What do you think he ate on St. Patrick's Day before the next game?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, food poisoning, does that just pop up on you out of nowhere?
I mean, yeah,
get that green hot dog off the.
But like, I've had it a couple of times, and yes, the last time that I had it, I threw up in the nearest sink because I started to feel bad, and then it came on fast, and I just had to run to the nearest thing that was acceptable for me to vomit into.
But I'm asking.
Sir, let me ask you. Hold on. How far did you make it though?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to the sink.
How far was the sink away from where you were?
It wasn't that far. Like it was a quick turnaround.
But no, what I'm asking you is, when did you start feeling bad in proximity to the time you you had to throw up in the sink?
But like I would say probably like within the hour. But like I started to feel bad, but you do what everyone does, and you're like, I was at work when it happened, and so I was like, and he just gets to the end of the shift, I'll be all right. And then, it got to a point where there's no holding it back anymore. And so when you're courtside at a Knicks game, you don't have to go get off the court and you're just like, let me try to get to the end of the game. I see exactly what Tracy was doing there.
And again, I just believe that Tracy was feeling in a space of, man, I ain't feeling great right now leading into the thing. I don't think he was just sitting there and it popped up and rolled through. I think he had been feeling that. As you said, what if he maybe ate something on St. Patrick's Day earlier in the day? Yeah, and then he started feeling good. I bet you he wasn't 100. I bet you he had been in there sweating, all that. I think he should have had his ass at home to begin with. And now he's in there throwing up all over the damn floor on everybody and don't even care. And you see nothing he didn't get. I don't think he got any of that on his clothes.
Hey,
he had a wide base to get that.
Like a real man. What am I doing throwing up on my shirt for? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not a baby.
All right, even though you skipped it last night, because you decided not to come. We missed the heat check last night, and we do a nightly heat check. Big O Osita, who is with us every night, he's a man that has weird takes. We couldn't even call it takes. We got to call it the heat check. Big O's heat check, baby.
All right. Let me see my heat check for today. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think I need pronouns at the drive-through.
Oh God.
For those of you that don't know, pronouns are he, she, him, hers. I think because I need a little bit of clarification sometimes.
They.
Yeah, they's fine. That's cool. I need this because and this isn't the first time this has happened. So I'm at Bojangles. Shout out to Bojangles. Best fried chicken spot.
Never been to Bojangles.
Good.
Never had it either.
It's so good. It's their batter's amazing. Their chicken tenders. It's way better than Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is trash.
I don't like
Bojangles is where it's at.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, try Bojangles. It's amazing. Shout out to Bojangles. This is not a sponsored ad, but they are very good. So I'm at Bojangles. And I'm off of work and I'm ordering some food.
What did you do?
And the lady at the drive-through, obviously it's like a little machine or whatever, like a little screen and stuff like that. She's this black lady or whatever, and I'm from the era of yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, because I know, my childhood growing up, there's always a hand within 6 inches from the back of my head. Like I know that if I don't do that, I'm catching one. You know what I mean? So I'm good at being like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. So she's, ringing me up and everything like that. And she's saying all this stuff. And I'm just like, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate it, ma'am. I'll be right up there, ma'am, blah, blah, blah. I get to the window and what do I see? A very angry looking gay black man who definitely probably spit in my food. Yeah. So and look, I don't mind calling you what you want me to call you. I do not mind. You tell me to call you a dolphin, I'll call you a dolphin. I do not care. But I feel like I got tricked. And this isn't the first time this has happened at this Bojangles. Like I've been back to this Bojangles a couple times. And there's a black lady that actually works there. So I really did think it was her.
I'm much more qualified to talk about this than Ron is, in my personal opinion.
Okay, please go for it.
I just have questions.
So, hey, first off, drive-throughs, you got to just go generic. Drive-through, just okay, cool, thank you. No, yes, ma'am. No, thank you, sir. Like none of that in a drive-through. You got to get visual.
Please put me on game.
You got to get visual confirmation.
Okay.
But at a bar or restaurant, when in question, just say, "Oh, hey, how you guys doing tonight?" Or "How's everybody feeling?" Or like, "What can I get for you?" Or like, "Thank you so much, appreciate you." Like things like that, like generic terms, because guys is a general group, even when there's females or whatever, is passable and goes fine, and it is good. But at the drive-through, you just gotta take sex out of it altogether. It just yes, thank you, appreciate it. Move on. No gender at all involved in the drive-through order whatsoever.
I have so many questions.
So,
I wanted to start with you, Osita, but I want to start with you, Serda. What in the hell makes you think you're more qualified to answer that than I am?
Because I've spent a lot of time in my life serving and bartending, and I've had to navigate these kinds of things. And so I've got way more experience doing it than you do. And I know for a fact I do, because you've never done the things that I've done at bars and restaurants.
I have far more experience in drive-thrus than you have. There is no chance that you have been through more drive-thrus than I have. All right. No chance at all. That's why I'm sitting here and roll. This is a guy who went and ordered something at a Sonic and felt the pressure of ordering stuff I wasn't supposed to eat, those fried Oreos and that slushy. I drove off.
Oreos at Sonic?
They did for a while there. and I drove off and left, and then came back and turned around and did a U-turn a little bit down the road and came back and reordered it, and let that go by the wayside. Said, "Damn it, I'm having my fried Oreos anyway." I went back twice. No, you don't have more than me. 2, how do you know that this fella was angry? Like what showed you the anger? Like how did this person, this fella act when you pulled up? Because you said a very angry gay black man appeared on your screen. What did he do to show he was angry?
It was the conversation. Obviously, if I'm saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, the conversation was, I feel like, more personable prior to that, right? And it was like a yes, ma'am, right at the end. So it wasn't like I was saying that like a bunch of times. I was like, yes, ma'am, thank you, and then I pulled up. So obviously the conversation was very personable during the drive-through. As soon as I get the food, also Bojangles usually has A1 service, like damn near Chick-fil-A, but not as creepy. You know what I mean? They're usually very, very kind. They're like, how you doing? Thank you, sir, blah, blah, blah. And that's why I feel like it's appropriate to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, no, yes, sir, no, sir, at Bojangles, because they give me the same respect, so I'd like to give them the same respect. The face that man made when I pulled up, I could see the hatred in his eyes. He stared me down because there's 2 drive-throughs, right? There's 2 windows at most drive-throughs. First window was closed because it was late. So I pass up the first window and I can see him just staring me down, and he has the food ready and he just kind of throws it in my car. He just goes, "Good night." That was it.
But that's, listen, first off, I don't think that's on you. You got to know your voice.
I know it's not on me. I realize that's not on me.
No, but I mean, but in his anger, you got to, like, his manager and his people, I think they got to sit down there and be honest with you. Like, this may age some of you, but if Della Reese is running a drive-through, she's got to know. Rest in peace.
Touched by an angel, not the Della Reese, man. That's crazy.
If Della Reese or T-Boz are running it, they may. I mean, you might get picked up as a man. Like they might. Oh, I'm sorry. Like you might get picked up as a man.
And in all fairness to that poor person working at Bojangles, like
no, it's not a poor person. No.
I mean like that poor fellow who just probably happens to, like, over and over again throughout the day, which is probably like when Osita comes through, that's probably like the 40th time that's happened today. And so he's just distraught over it, and he's sick and tired of it. I get it. That's why you just got to take it all out of the drive-through. No, yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir. None of that in the drive-through. Thank you very much. That's all you need to say.
But if it's the 40th time that it's happened, at that point, it's just like, hey, it's just an honest mistake people are making, and it's my sound. Like
I worked a drive-through when I was in high school, and I had really long, like, shaggy hair because I was just like a little like weed smoking, like, stoner hippie kid at that time of my life. And several times I got mistaken for a female because I was also, like, very skinny and I don't grow facial hair, and I just, like, don't feel like I have, like, any, like, overly aggressive male traits about my face. And it happened a few times. I was like, all right, we're shaving this head now. But that was when I was 16 years old.
You got no overly aggressive male traits.
I don't think so. I can't grow a beard to save my life. I'm 35 years old. I don't grow facial hair. Like, I barely grow body hair. I'm basically bald outside of my great head of hair. That's about all I got going for me.
Why'd you got to bring up the great head of hair, man? Why do you got to bring that up? That feels like a personal attack, Steven. Feels like a very.
It's all I got going for me. I can't grow facial hair to save my life.
Hey, while we're here, when did it leave you, Osita? Because you're third. Let's have this out, man. Let's have this out.
Ron.
When did it leave
Ronald, my guy.
When did it leave you? Let's
My
just
dude,
get this
my
out.
ace.
Let's get this out the way. Episode 3. Take it off. Come on, just take it off. Take it off. Let's. All right. Yeah. Okay. There. Man. Oh God. Oh wow. We've got the Red Seas part.
Feel better
there.
about yourself?
Okay.
I think he looks great. I don't know why you're trying to make
He
him feel bad
said
about
the
it.
Red Seas.
It does.
Fine.
It looks good. So win because we're really.
So I can show you pictures from 2019, and I had hair actually quite like yours, Ron. You know,
Yeah,
I
I was
had a
gonna
nice little taper fade. Had a nice little taper fade at the top. Taper on the
So
sides.
did you make it
a
to
little
30?
thin right here?
Like, did you
Uh,
make it to 30 here?
I made it to
Like,
30. I made it to 30. I made it to 30, but 31 hit hard.
I was gonna say,
32 hit harder.
did you make it to 30 or did you force yourself to 30? Like where like there's some
No,
like
I made it to 30. I made it to 30.
Okay.
I can show you
'Cause
photos of
like
me in my 30s where I had like decent hair.
like LeBron has told himself he's made it to 40, but LeBron didn't make it
Yeah,
to
but
33.
Right,
like
LeBron's got the money to fake it to 40.
he has no,
True.
he's not used it. He's not used it. Like LeBron should have a much. Have you seen Brian Urlacher or Dion? Like LeBron could have done something. He is not. He's been in denial. Because see, I was afraid. My dad lost it at like 18. Like I seen my dad's senior pictures, and he's gone. When I heard that it comes from the mother,
Yeah,
that
Comes
gave
from the
me
mother.
some solace. And I'm here at 40, and I don't care. And I'm proud of you, Osita. I really am. Many of you can text in or you can message in on YouTube for us. Osita said he 30 and a half. He is where he hit it. 30 and 6 months. Let's give him 7 months, guys.
the thing
30
is, I knew it was coming, man. I knew it was coming.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so yes, my dad was bald, right? I knew I didn't stand a chance. My dad was bald, but I've always been into science, so I realized at a very young age it's a matriarchal trait, right? It comes from your mother.
I didn't know that.
We go to Nigeria when I was a kid. I think when I was like 15 or something like that. I see all my uncles, all my grandpas, all my grandmothers. Every single man in that family's bald. Both sides. I got it from both ends, dude. Both fucking ends.
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's
ladies
Obviously,
like the bald look, though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Take my hat off right now.
Yeah. Oh, showing off. Are we? Is that what we're doing now, Serda? Damn, with the
he did all that. Yeah, I cut mine down.
As long as it's been in a while, I gotta get a haircut.
I'm telling you, I saw my dad.
It's the only place on my body that grows hair, though. So I'm bald everywhere else.
If I can just get to 30, if I could get to 30, then I got to 35. Then I think it was around like 30, 33. I told my wife because I never want to be that guy. I was like, I never want to be that guy that's just holding on to God's unchanging hand and knowing it's not there. And I'll never forget, I did a TV spot with Danny Wozniak. And Danny Wozniak, shout out to Danny Wozniak, who was running the communication for the what's the teal?
KCTV5.
Yeah, no,
for
the
KC Current?
Yeah, the Current. Yeah, I would tell my wife, just tell me, and I'll do it. I did the 5-minute little TV hit. Came home. Courtney had that thing on pause, Jack. She said, "You told me to tell you, hey, my whole left side was lifted." Hey, she had that joker on pause, bam, on pause, and I
zoom
said,
zoom,
and I had to sit with it, and so I thought, okay, all right, I got 15, 16 months. And what I'll just do is I'm just going to go real low. Ivy League, cut it real short. Rest in peace, Kobe. When Kobe started losing his and he went real short, I was just getting it real short lined up. That's what I was going with. And then I moved here to Houston. Shout out to B, my new barber. I had a cyst in the back of my head. We called it Harold. And when I got it removed, I couldn't get my hair cut. They couldn't cut it. And I had been just keeping it low. And he let it grow. And by God, man, I don't know what happened. But then it came back.
Is that Houston Heat?
Yeah.
Gave it new life.
It was something, baby. That thing got me back. And he said, I know I can't cut it, but man, you got to at least let me line it up. He lined it up. I said, oh, Lord.
Look at that.
I said, we back. We back. Give me a little taper on the sides and do our thing. I said, we back in this thing.
Must be nice, man. Must be nice. Just hold on to it while you can, though.
I gotta get mine cleaned up. I'm fringing on a mullet right now. Like
hey, mullets are
in. I am walking the line.
You walking something. It ain't Johnny Cash. Hey, sir, I meant to ask you this. Mel, I'm gonna throw this out. Mel Kiper did his mock draft today, and he is adamant that he believes Shedeur is the best quarterback in the draft. Like he likes him over Cam. He believes he's the best quarterback in the draft. I haven't heard that many people say that. But there was the one thing that he said that did make me check up, and I'll have to go back. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch a ton of Miami football. Every time I watched them, I kept watching them when they lost. But I do agree. He said Shedeur has been playing in crisis. Like his offensive line has had issues his 2 years in Colorado. So he has had to deal with pressure, and he still was throwing and completing over 70% of his balls in college. I've always thought it was Cam just because he just has more. He's more gifted. I think there's just more things he could do. But I'm not one that thinks Mel's just because he's got good hair. I'm not one to just, and Mel, that made me think of Mel when I saw your hair. I'm not one to just think Mel's an idiot. But Shedeur, that is interesting to think if he's the best quarterback in this class.
I do think that Mel a little bit is kind of a slave to some of the narratives he's getting fed by teams.
Steve, there's no reason for you to just come out taking out Mel. There's no reason to just call him a slave.
He is. But also, no, I mean, I think it's like I've been thinking about this too, and it's like, so Shedeur Sanders, like the big knock on him, and one, I think a lot of teams are red flagging him because of like, do we want to deal with Dion? Do we really want to deal with the whole showboating like circus that's probably going to come with that? And then, if he's going to go to one of the worst teams in the NFL, and then is Dion going to campaign to be the head coach of that team or something? Coach son in the NFL. It's going to be a whole circus and of absurdity that nobody wants to deal with. And most NFL owners have no interest in dealing with something like that. Like Dion can do that stuff in college, but most NFL owners have absolutely no interest in any of that. But I think the biggest knock on Shedeur is not I think his biggest strength coming out of college is that he has always been an accurate passer. He's an extremely accurate passer. The problem is he doesn't have a strong arm. Like he's an accurate passer, but the ball doesn't get there fast. It's like a Tua Tagovailoa type of thing, where like Tua in the NFL has always been an extremely accurate passer. The problem is he can't tight window throw the ball in the NFL. So it's got to be to wide open wide receivers. They got to be Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. You got to scheme those guys open. You got to get them open because they're faster than everybody else on the field, because he can't make tight window throws. He's simply not capable, like physically, he is not capable of doing it. I think Shedeur is kind of like that. Whereas like Cam Ward is like, I'm not going to compare him to Jaden Daniels, but I'm talking about like in terms of just like physical skill sets and like upside, I would rather go with Cam Ward than Shedeur Sanders, because I think Cam Ward has more physical skill set and upside than Shedeur Sanders, which is like which was like the debate last season of Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels or Drake May or like any of those guys, and Caleb Williams wound up winning out. But I think he's got more physical tools than even Shedeur Sanders does. Like I would rather Cam Ward simply because I think Cam Ward has more of a chance of succeeding at the NFL because I think he's just a more athletic player.
Yeah, I get that. For me, if it is a thought of, all right, I will establish both of these guys can make the throws needed in the NFL, right? Like, and when I say the throws needed, I'm not
didn't have a strong arm coming out of college, but prior to him being a scumbag, he was pretty successful in the NFL.
It's just there had to be a different example, man. There had to be a different example. When you bring up Deshaun, man,
everybody is questioning his arm strength coming into the draft. Well, it worked out pretty well for Houston for a few years.
I'm just saying there had to have been someone else. Like, I mean, but I'll just say this. If we can get to a space where we say, all right, we believe both, like we got guys that can both make all the throws needed and not the throws that Josh Allen makes that are nuts or that Mahomes, but the throws that are needed. 3rd down and 7 can go make the throw that is needed. Now, maybe one has the ability, as you were saying with Cam, that can get the ball there quicker, maybe, or one that can that's more athletic. I got you there. But I don't push that over who I think can understand and execute and can anticipate better. Right? Like there's one thing if Cam has a stronger arm or has more quote unquote arm talent, I mean different slots and ways he can throw it, but does he anticipate as well as Shedeur does? And does he handle pressure and handle issues breaking down around him as well as Cam Ward does? And I think that'll be the big thing. So I can see. Like I don't believe the Dion, do we want the drama stuff. Like as much as we could say all this stuff about him, Shedeur's never gotten in any trouble. Yeah. Like that, like they haven't gotten. There ain't been no spit. You can say all this stuff about the. Ain't nobody gotten in trouble.
But there's a lot of like from the combine and stuff. There was like teams weren't impressed with him. They didn't love his interview style and like whatever. But also. That happens every year at the combine, and we always overblow it. Like we always overblow it. There's always somebody who's a projected top pick, and like, oh, he didn't interview well, and it's like, well, no, when that guy tests, he's going to wind up being a top 20 pick, and it's going to be fine as long as he's a star player.
You want him to be confident, and he's a confident, bordering on cocky dude, which is all good. What people like to deal with, I don't know. I heard him talk about that, and I think that is a big thing. Is some of these guys get in the league and haven't dealt with a lot of turbulence in the pocket, on the field. Like he would just have tackles to just get beat immediately and have to figure out how to get the ball off or get around that or escape in ways that maybe others didn't do it. And I think he is able to make all the throws. I think the other stuff will come into play. It will definitely cause for him to go to the right place. I don't think he's the type of talent where he can overcome just anything, but I don't know. I think that's an interesting. He'll be an interesting one to watch to see how he looks in the pros. Osita, can you take us home, baby?
Oh, my time to tell my little story of love and loss, birds and the bees.
Can you take us? Do. Can you take us home? Because I want you to pick right up, baby.
All right, so where was I? I was birds and the bees. So I was in high school. I decided to kind of chase my prey like a cheetah chases a gazelle.